Certainly. The Bhagavad Gita, often referred to as the Gita, is a 700-verse Hindu scripture that is part of the Indian epic Mahabharata. Chapter 5 of the Bhagavad Gita is titled Karma Sannyasa Yoga, which translates to the Yoga of Renunciation of Action. In this chapter, Lord Krishna imparts profound wisdom to Arjuna about the nature of selfless action, renunciation, and the path to spiritual realization. Here's a detailed explanation of Chapter 5. Verse 5.1. Arjuna asks Lord Krishna to explain the difference between the renunciation of actions, karma sannyasa, and the performance of actions with detachment, karma yoga. He is seeking clarity on the best path to spiritual growth. Verse 5.2. Lord Krishna explains that both renunciation of actions and the performance of actions with detachment lead to the same ultimate goal, which is spiritual liberation. However, performing actions with detachment is superior as it is more practical for individuals living in the world. Verse 5.3, Krishna explains that true renunciation is not merely giving up physical actions, but renouncing attachment to the fruits of actions. One who is not attached to the results of their actions is a true renunciant. Verse 5.4. Krishna emphasizes that both the renunciant and the person who performs actions with detachment attain liberation, but the latter is better suited for most people in their worldly lives. Verse 5.5, Krishna emphasizes that one should not renounce physical actions out of fear or laziness. Instead, actions should be performed as an offering to the divine, without selfish desires. Verse 5.6. Krishna clarifies that performing actions as an offering to the divine purifies the mind and leads to liberation, while selfish actions keep one bound to the cycle of birth and death. Verse 5.7. Krishna explains that those who see God in all beings and all beings in God, and who see unity in diversity, are truly wise. Verse 5.8. Krishna advises that those who see the divine in every action and who have equanimity in pleasure and pain are free from the dualities of the material world. Verse 5.9. Krishna explains that those who have conquered their selfish desires and are free from attachment to the world are truly liberated, even though they may still engage in worldly actions. Verse 5.10. Krishna encourages Arjuna to perform his duties as a warrior with dedication, but without attachment to the results. This selfless attitude leads to spiritual growth. Verse 5.29, Krishna concludes by explaining that those who realize the unity of all beings and act selflessly are dear to him, and they attain eternal peace and liberation. In Chapter 5, Lord Krishna emphasizes the importance of performing one's duties with detachment, dedicating all actions to the divine, and recognizing the unity of all beings. This way of living leads to spiritual growth and ultimate liberation from the cycle of birth and death, which is the central theme of the Bhagavad Gita.